River Avon, and this is Sparky, who you'll know from our other videos, our helpful little shop dog. We're starting our paddleboarding soon. We thought it'd be good to talk you through the float coats that we use to keep you and your dog safe while you are paddleboarding with us. We use Ruffwear. Their float coats are simply the best on the market, and that's why we use them, because if your dog is in the water in trouble, you want to know that they're safe and that you can get them out nice and cool. Sparky is going to show us in a moment how we demonstrate them, how we put them on. First, I'm going to show you just a few of the things we really like about float coats. We like that they have buoyancy material all the way around, so it's buoyancy fabric through the chest, which keeps them under their chin if they're in the water. And then obviously all across the back is buoyancy material, and it's got a handle on so you can pick your dog up out of the water and into a boat, or out of the boat into the water, nice and easily and safely. We often get people asking, my dog can swim, why do I need a life jacket? And your dog needs a life jacket for the same reason you do. That if you can swim and you get into trouble in the water, having buoyancy aid just makes you that bit safer. If you don't have a float coat on your dog, when they get into the water, if they slide underneath the board, it's much harder to grab a dog that doesn't have a life jacket on. So we wouldn't go on the water without a Ruffwear float coat. So Sparky is going to demonstrate for us. So when you fit your float coat, I've already just loosened this to the very ends of where it could adjust to. Just put the float coat on the front of your dog. I'm clipping this so it sits just sort of mid-back end of his ribs, which means it's on the narrow part of his body. Just feed the strap underneath your dog and clip the buckle. And then you take the loose piece at the end and you just, I tend to hold the buckle and pull just so that it keeps the coat in place neatly. I can slip my thumb in there comfortably, but it's not over tight. Once you've got that nice and tight, you can roll these up into the little Velcro keepers. Dogs in the water, you don't want spare bits of fabric flapping around in the water, because they can get caught on rope, they can get caught in rocks and generally get in the way. So the neater and tidier it is, the safer it is. So the chest piece at the front telescopes, and you can see right now it's quite loose on Sparky. In order to make it nice and snug, I found the best way is just taking hold of this piece of webbing here and the front and just tug, and you can see that draw in. Once you've got it nice and snug around the front of your dog, I'm just holding it here. Just simply pull this webbing and make sure that's nice and snug at the side, and then you tuck the tail in. So once again, you don't have any loose pieces of webbing hanging off the coat that could get caught on anything. So two other little design elements that Ruffwear have thought of which make this an all-rounder for us. Underneath this handle you have a connection point where you can attach a lead or a rope. This webbing is the same strength webbing that they use for their leads, but it's elasticated so it helps absorb shock. So I don't know if you can see in there, if the dog pulls on it, you've got just a nice bit of elastic absorbing any tension. And then the last point we've got is this little hook here, which is designed to have one of the beacon lights attached to it. So if you are on the water at night and your dog goes in the water, you can have a flashlight to help find them. Sparky is now good to go boating or paddleboarding. Thank you, Sparky. Hi, we're down at the riverside with Kyle from Original Wild and Bertie, the new flagship of Original Wild. And we thought just prior to starting the Pups on SUPs, it would be useful to just go through some of the basics of why we use the Ruffwear float coats. Now, young Bertie here has already been in the river quite a lot demonstrating the coats, but what we wanted to show you was the lift in and out. These life jackets have a handle on the back, and it's one of the most important features for us in keeping you and your dog safe on the water, because as Kyle is about to demonstrate, getting your dog out of the water quickly and safely is paramount. And you can see how easy it is to transfer your dog from land to water or board to water using the Ruffwear jacket. Thank you, Bertie.